Help me welcome to the stage, Mr. Trey. Get it in!
Goodness. Thank you so much. Salt Lake City, how we doing? I love performing in your city. It's been a couple years since I've been here. Lots happened in my life. Most notably, I've become a father since the last time I saw y'all. That's right. Thanks, sure. You don't have to cheer that much. It sucks. It sucks. No, I just underestimated it, right? Like how hard it is. I thought I had problems before I was a parent. These weren't problems. These weren't. Like I remember when our son was just a few weeks old, my wife and I were finally getting out of the house to see some friends who don't have kids. And I couldn't wait to see somebody else and to share with them the horrors we had survived. And these friends, they had the audacity to complain to me, right? Yeah, and people without kids complaining to parents it's kind of like walking in on your buddy who just got paralyzed and being like, my dogs are barking. It's like, maybe we have different problems now, maybe. And that's what it is. It's different problems. You know, they went on. Like, Trey, if you could keep us in your thoughts and prayers, it's been a long week. It's been a long week. We got rear-ended at a red light, and it's been an ordeal with the insurance company. I've been on phone with the insurance agent 4 different times today. It's like, I've been shat on 4 times today. So. That doesn't sound bad at all. Oh, you had to talk to your insurance agent a few times? I've only talked to my wife and her mom for a month. I would love to chat with Jake from State Farm a few times. Did you loop me in on the 5th call? These are problems. Oh, you got rear-ended at a red light. You get to drive around? I'd be so lucky. If I got rear-ended, I would go shake the man's hand. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You just delayed me going home an hour. Thank you. I'll pay for all the damages if you'll get a beer with me or something, please. Now, your pre-baby problems are my post-baby privileges. Grow up. I underestimated how hard it is. I also underestimated how amazing it is, right? I mean, I can't even, yeah, absolutely. I can't even describe the love I have for my child. I underestimated what it did to my marriage. My wife, Katie, I mean, she's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I got to witness her become a mom, be a mom, and I never realized I could love her more than I already did. Yeah. Thank you. Seriously. I also never realized we can now scream at each other at 4 a.m. We'd never done it at that time. You know. No, I thought we had some bad marital moments. You throw a kid in the mix, whole nother ball game, you know? Middle of the night, you're just sleepwalking in to feed a baby again. I'm trying to put a bottle in a baby's mouth. I'm hallucinating. I'm seeing 3 of them. She's over there hooked up to a breast pump, whatever medieval mechanism that thing is. You know, it's a cock. Does that hurt? My wife, I remember our wedding day. She floated down the aisle, angel among us, most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Fast forward, she hasn't showered in a day. They can get that long? They can. Y'all, I thought we had some bad moments, but you don't know it till she looks over you in that state. Do you even like to be around me anymore? Can we wait till sunrise at least? Can we wait? It's a whole nother life right there, people. And that's where I'm at in life. That's where everyone I know is at in life. You know, all my friends are doing the same thing, getting pregnant, being parents. My own sister, she's the one who made our parents grandparents for the first time. Very exciting times, not surprising. A lot of times, right? They've been married for years, bought a house, you see this coming. But that doesn't stop us, specifically us white people, from every big life event has to be a get-together. It's gotta be a thing, right? You know, my sister, she couldn't just simply notify us she was pregnant, right? She was like, why don't you guys come over this Saturday at 9 a.m.? Right, she's got the hidden cameras every corner. And you know, I show up, I'm a good sport, but I know what's coming. I'm excited, I'm not surprised. No, my mother, you would have thought this idea never crossed her mind. Her whole life. She hands her a shirt that says best grandma ever, and she's like, oh! Oh my gosh, are you serious? Are you kidding? Are you I was like, Mom, she usually pounds the wine she's been drinking LaCroix for 6 weeks. You know? She usually Ubers to family night. You didn't... You're shocked by this? Everything's a big deal, right? We're pregnant, what's next? The gender, gotta find out the gender, you gotta do a thing. My sister, she came to me, she's like, Trey, don't kill me, I wanna do a little gender reveal, something simple, nothing that like birds down the West Coast. And so she was like, Trey, as my one and only sibling, my big brother, I want you to do the honor. I'm gonna have the doctor call you with the results, and then you tell the bakery what color icing to put inside the cake. Yeah, and Utah, I thought about ruining it. I thought about it, you know. I asked, I was like, I'll pay double for yellow. I'll pay double. What does that mean? He's like, oh, you're having a Teletubby. I don't know. No, I do my job right. She's there with her husband. They cut the cake, revealing pink icing, meaning it's a baby girl. Everyone's excited. And then the first thing out of my sister's mouth, I mean, instantaneously, she wants to know. Sometimes, ladies, you give us too much credit. You do. She was like, Trey, how hard was it to keep the secret? How hard was it? He was the only one who knew in the whole planet. How hard was it not to tell everyone the gender of my child? I was like, not hard at all. Not... You cutting the cake reminded me what it was. I didn't even... No one was more surprised than me. Y'all do that. You give us too much credit on weird things. Like, I don't know what my sister was picturing. She's known me her whole life. What, I'm just hanging out with my boys, like, watching the games. They're all like, hold on, Trey, pause the game, pause it. We're not watching the second half until you fess up about the gender of your sister's unborn child. It's like, you know, I wish I could, Connor, I wish. But I lost the key, threw it away. That's not what happened. Half of my friends, if I told them my sister's pregnant, they'd be like, what sister? I was like, you've met her, dude, several times. Everything's a big deal. We're pregnant, your gender, what's next? The name of the kid. Even that's gotta be a thing. It's gotta be unique, very special, one of a kind. The reasonings behind them make me laugh. Like, I grew up at a time where you name a kid a name, it's just, you're like, this is Billy. They're like, why'd you name him Billy? You're like, what else do we call him? The reasonings, man, they got these big justifications. We have this great couple friend. They named their firstborn son Roman. They're very quick to explain. We named him Roman because we are a Christian couple, and our favorite book of the Bible is Romans. So this is Roman, and it's Jesus. And just my immediate first question was like, oh, so you named the kid after the people that killed him? Aren't those the bad guys? If it's gonna be a reason, at least make it make sense, right? Like, you wouldn't have a Jewish kid and name him Kanye. I've never met a Kanye Goldstein in my life. Or my own cousin, she married a great guy. They had a boy named him Rhett. They're like, we named him Rhett because we tried to picture what would sound good on like a football PA system. You know, like red makes the tackle. Red tackle. I don't know. I was like, dude, you barely made JV. Why do we do this, fellas? I'm already fighting the urge with my son. Every man thinks their son is gonna be a superstar athlete for no reason at all. For no reason. It's like, dude, he's going to be like you. He's getting your genes. Unless, is it a blindside situation? Are we picking out some talent? Because otherwise, bro, you have a 12-inch vertical and the chick you married is 5'3" and doesn't like to get sweaty. So who is ret tackling? Who is ret tackling? We need to practice realistic goals with this ret person. Hello, this is Rhett. I'll be your community loan officer. See how that sounds. Be tackling low interest rates or something, I don't know. But naming a child, it's overwhelming, right? Your name it's forever, right? It's who you are, it's your identity, who you become as you grow up. So naming our kid, you know, was a lot to me, and I wanted to go simple. We went Thomas. Our 1-year-old son's Thomas. Classic. That was important to me. I didn't want to give more ammunition to the bullies, right? I believe in bullying. By the way, like, I don't encourage it, but I believe in it. Does that make sense? It's kind of like me in SeaWorld. Like, I do not think we should put killer whales in swimming pools, but I'll buy a ticket. I'll check it out. I mean, that is wrong, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Maybe it's a necessary evil, the bullying, right? I grew up, I went to public school. I learned some valuable life lessons from the bullies. That's why I worry about the homeschoolers. That's why. Not that they can't learn as much or they can't be as successful, but they miss out on the bullying, right? Anyone here grow up homeschooled? We have any homeschoolers? Oh, I see you right here, sir. Right in front. What's your name? Thomas. Babe, is it too late to change it, or? Thomas, you were, who you're here with right now? Your wife? What's your name, ma'am? Wife? Abby? Okay, she didn't seem very confident. Abby's fine. Thomas, man, you were homeschooled your whole life? Till high school. You went to high school? Public? Okay, how was that transition? Tough. And why'd they put you, why'd they change it? Okay, grew up in New York, moved out here, and they're like, it's safe. We're back with our people. Go! No more doubting, Thomas. You're home. There you go. Some people know their Bible, so yeah. No, Thomas, you know, he's doing well, right? He's fine. I just don't know if he got bullied like I did growing up, right? I don't know if Thomas got the same. I remember I learned a valuable life lesson the first day of 3rd grade. I was gearing up for school. My parents were like, Trey, come in the store here, pick out whatever shirt you want for the first day of school. So I'm in Old Navy, just going nuts, you know. I'm jumping off the pickup truck in there. I'm having a ball. And I find the shirt, I know it right when I see it. Simple, short sleeve t-shirt with a basketball on it. My favorite sport. But it's not just any basketball. It's an inflatable basketball sewn into the shirt. My mom dropped me off. I was feeling confident. Gave that thing a couple extra pumps for good luck. I did not make it to lunch. I was in the principal's office like, Mom, pick me up. Everyone's calling me Uniboob. They're stabbing me with mechanical pencils. It won't pop. It's a stupid shirt. Stupid. I never wore that shirt again. That's the beauty of public school, right? Somebody had to let me know. You know my parents knew. You know they knew. When I ran up to them in that Old Navy like I found the one. Like, listen, honey, we can be the bad guys today, or on the first day of school, we can be the heroes. Some 8-year-old's gonna tell them that's a stupid shirt. And you know the worst part of being called Uniboob, Utah? It's not that it's obviously quite funny. It's that at that age, I didn't even know what a boob was. I grew up very sheltered. My parents sheltered me, you know. I had amazing parents. They taught me everything I knew, but when it came to any kind of sexual topics, I was taught by these streets. You know. I mean, they were gated streets. It was nice, but I feel like it's very common from my generation, right? They didn't even bother. Like, make some noise if you never got the talk. Make some noise. Yeah, Thomas is going nuts down here. I'm not gonna lie, Utah, that's the biggest reaction I've ever got to that question. Teach us now! Well, they teach y'all at some point. You have 9 kids each. That's wild, right? Like, you get taught that. I mean, forget the talk. I didn't even know what, like, bad words were. I was extra sheltered. Like, the F word to me growing up was fart. That's what I thought. And we had this weird kind of sheltered kid code. I know some of y'all grew up with. They're like, hey, watch your mouth. You don't say fart, you say toot. Maybe poot on the weekends. You don't say butt, you say tushy. Yeah, whatever. You don't say boobs, you say squishies. That's what they taught me. I remember finally working up the courage to approach my father to ask the big question, you know. I mean, I was so into high school, way too old. I approached him, I was like, Daddy? That's what I called him. Daddy? Daddy? How am I a person? And just without breaking eye contact with the television, he was like, your mother and I smooched. So I was in health class the next day arguing with Miss Peterson, like, you think babies are made by doing what? No, it's when a man and a woman love each other and their tongues touch and then a mom poots it out of her tushy. Shut the fart up. But I know, I had great parents. I'm not being too hard on them. I'm sure there's things they're proud that they did, things they regret. I'm sure I'll experience the same. But I'm excited for my son, my future children, to get older so I can begin to teach and coach. And I hear that's a very fatherly feeling. So when our son was a few weeks old, Katie kind of asked me that. She's like, do you feel like you're just waiting until he's older? Do you not feel bonded yet? And I was like, absolutely not. The day he was born, we were in the hospital all day. It was so overwhelming. I was supporting you. You were so strong. And you delivered our firstborn. They set him on your chest. And the first thing he did is he grabbed my pinky finger. And it was the most beautiful moment of my life. And I was all in that moment. Yeah. If you know, you know. I was all in. But after a few weeks of getting to know him, I'm gonna go back on tour. I'm gonna get out of here. He peed in my mouth again. No one tells you this. I thought having a baby was this adorable, cute little Google gaga. No. The doctor was like, gear up. The first 8 weeks are tough. He is blind and he cannot smile. He has no strength whatsoever. Can't even hold his head up. but he somehow has the vocal cord strength of a WWE announcer. It's an insane human experience to just like, simultaneously you're just automatically caring for this thing you love more than you can even understand, and you're also like, if you don't shut up, shut up. Like, I remember holding my son, and I just remember thinking, like, I love you, but I feel like you're trapped inside this, like, poop demon thing. Like, it reminded me of a phrase I grew up with, a Christian phrase, but a lot of y'all know this. We'd say, hey, we love the sinner, we hate the sin, right? We love the sinner, we hate the sin. Y'all, I love my son, hated the baby. Hated it. Thank you. That's my truth. Katie does not like that joke. But you guys do, so it stays. It's the rules. No, she's a good sport. She really does let me joke around up here. I'm very grateful for that. We just celebrated 4 years of marriage, going 4 years strong. Sure, yeah. That's an appropriate amount of applause. It's not that long, really. I've had these jeans longer. But so far, so good. And, I do think we've been together 7 years all in, and it feels like we're just now entering into that next phase where, like, we went to a friend's wedding recently, and we saw the newlyweds just, all over each other, and we were like, that's gonna fade. You excited to go home tonight and not touch? Me too. I booked us separate beds. Feels good, right? Like a rite of passage, we've earned it. But I do love the newlyweds, I love going to weddings and stuff. Do we have any newlyweds in the room right now? Oh, right here. I saw you, man. What's your name? Trevor and Jenna. Did you get married here in Salt Lake or where? In Draper. It's Salt Lake City? Oh, he's just like letting you know, he's like, it's like the nice part. Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's doing? And did y'all honeymoon? Where'd you go? Scottsdale. Okay, so that kind of brought it down a notch, didn't it? Yeah. We're from Draper. No, but I had a refund from a spring break trip, so. What do you want? No, that's great, y'all. Jenna, how was the wedding day? Everything you dreamt of? Beautiful? Amazing day? Okay, you plan everything? This isn't like a therapy session. It was just... We're taping a special. All I needed was, yes, my wedding was great. She's like, in the Mormon culture, it's really a lot of work. I don't care. But if it really is that much work, you should have put a lot more effort into the honeymoon. I'm gonna be honest about that one. Babe, we've got a putting green for you. Okay, but I just want this for the special. Can you just answer this question? Yeah. Can you? Okay. All right. Jenna, how's the wedding? Everything you hoped to dream of? Beautiful day? Oh my God, give it up for her. I'm so glad. Good. Happy for you. I love a good wedding. I love going to weddings. I loved our wedding, but they're kind of this cookie cutter event, right? It's kind of the same thing every time, And people try to get creative with these new trends. I put my foot down on a few of these Katie wanted to do. Like, y'all ever been to a wedding and you're just waiting to like go inside, but first they have to announce the bridal party in like an NBA starting five? Like, welcome to the stage, Carly and Ethan. Sit down. Grow up. I can't do it, fellas. I've been to so many weddings, way too many, 10 plus weddings. I can't do it. If I have to go to another Joseph A. Banks to get fit for a suit, I'm gonna lose it. Fellas, you ever been measured for a suit and the guy measuring you, his suit doesn't fit? You're just up there in MC Hammer pants. Or can we stop the thank you notes? No more thank you notes, please. Right? We need to stop acting like a wedding is a gift and a thank you. No, it's just a transfer of goods and services. You give me free party, I give you cookie sheets, we're done here. We're done. That's why if you invite me to a dry wedding, I'm gonna mail you an invoice. I'm gonna invoice you. For my time. But you know, every good wedding has good music, so we thought we'd add to it. Can you give it up for Alan, who's on the keyboard over there? On the grand. This is a song we wrote called White People Weddings. Hope you enjoy it. This wedding's not like other weddings around. I know you spent a lot of time on your big day. You tried so hard to stand out from the crowd, but this wedding is literally exactly the same. But I know that this is your special day. I don't want to rain on your parade, but Jenna, I don't know what to say. But this looks like Pinterest got puked on by Joanna Gaines. White people weddings, your creepy uncle's drunk. White people weddings, your black friends don't know what's up. White people weddings, can we play something other than Uptown Funk? White people weddings. We having a good time tonight, Utah? What a beautiful day, celebrating forever. Coming all this way has been an honor. What do I get in return for all my time and effort? A thank you note 8 months later. A thank you note 8 months later. I can tell you did not mean the thank you at all. You just inserted my name into a 3-sentence template. I can tell your wife forced you to write it. Come on, you know the words. White people weddings, shut that baby up. White people weddings, honestly the flower girl sucks. White people weddings, cash bar, are you poor or what? White people weddings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Woo. You know, every wedding you take lots of photos, right? Lots of photos. I try to be a good sport. I don't like them, right? But I'd much rather be in the photo than to be asked to take the photo. Fellas, you ever been asked to take a photo of a group of ladies? Impossible. Immediately there's notes, right? Immediately they're like, could you take our photo? Wait, back up, hold it, heart. Heart. What's with these angles, lady? Is it really that much better up here? Is it that? You act like us dudes should be like, dude, you see that girl over there? Hold on, let me get a better view. Let me see. You should see her from up here. There's no double chins at all. How does LeBron stay faithful? How? And all you girls, you do this thing when you start acting with the photos. I don't know if you noticed this, all right? You know, you'll be like, hey, would you take our photo? Just real quick, thank you so much. Okay, thanks. Did you get the photo? Did I get the? I have not unlocked the phone yet. Was I supposed to be taking photos? I was waiting for you to be still. And all the ladies have a good side and a bad side, right? But they never remember it the first try for some reason. They're like, wait, that's my bad side. Wait. Nobody look at my bad side. Nobody. It's like you're not Two-Face from Batman. Just stand there, grow up, take the photo. But it's not just the ladies with the photos, right? Some of these fellas, their photos, what they post on Instagram. Some of these guys, I don't even know why they have an Instagram account. They post twice a year. Her birthday, their anniversary, just a photo. He's not even in the photo, it's just her. Y'all follow guys like this? They post like she has a gun to their head in a basement somewhere. You're just scrolling this dude you've never heard say a nice thing in his life. It's like, 4 years ago, my princess soared into my life. She's like, what else? What else? It's like, oh, she's the sexiest, prettiest, the most amazing, beautiful woman. She's like, I don't know. She's in a basement in Draper, just, hey! More! Oh, she's tall, skinny, short, thick, I don't know. And I can't do it with these couples, you know, like them or anyone else. They just all their posts are like, we're perfect, we're in love, amazing. I can't handle this. And there's varieties of these couples. Like, y'all follow the adventure couple? Always on an adventure, these two. You see this, right? They're like, another adventure with my person, another year around the sun. Adventuring with my partner in crime. Adventuring with you's my favorite. It's a Southwest flight to Portland. Calm down. Take it easy, Jack Sparrow. Or the fit couples. Y'all follow any fit couples? Oh, any excuse to get the shirt off. Fit couple. Fit couples are kind of like those people that harmonize when you sing happy birthday. You know, it's like we're kind of impressed, but we all hate you now. So, is it worth it? It doesn't always seem like these couples that are the most, you know, in love, perfect, amazing. Aren't these the couples that eventually post, like, we are sad to announce? We did not find the buried treasure on our adventure, which was faithfulness. He gets the TikTok, I get the Instagram, follow for more. That's what seems to happen, right? That's why I'm very confident in my marriage, because Katie and I, we don't feel the need to brag or let you know we're perfect, amazing. Quite the opposite. Yeah, we'll straight up fight in front of you. Yeah, y'all know any couples like that? You ever been on like a double date and you're like, they made a scene at that Olive Garden. The breadsticks and the insults were unlimited. That's a couple that'll last, man. That's real love. I remember when Katie was 8 months pregnant, she was like really showing. So she was like, Trey, it's time for the maternity photo shoot. And immediately, right, I'm like, I don't want to do this. She's like, we're doing it. It's already set up. Meet me here tomorrow at 3 p.m. in this alley where they do drugs. Taking photos. So I show up, photographer's there, she's there, and immediately we start bickering, right? Immediately, I'm like, how long is this gonna take? She's like, I asked you to do one thing. I'm like, it's hot out here, how many shirts? She's like, you're a child, I'm making a child. I'm a single mom of 2 children. Just back and forth the whole time. The photographer's standing there just like, do you guys need a second? I was like, oh no, she loves candids, don't you, babe? We love them. Keep it rolling. Paying you by the hour, aren't we? We just got emailed 100 edited photos of us like, but I know she kind of likes it, Katie. We kind of bicker. It's a love language. A lot of couples like that. We like to roast each other, challenge each other. When we were trying to get pregnant, I was really challenging her, right? Because she was doing all this stuff. And I was very naive. I was wrong. I thought getting pregnant was, you know, you just get pregnant. But no, right? It could take a lot of couples weeks, months, years. It's a process. And So when it came time to get pregnant, my wife, she was on top of it. She wasn't on top of it. God forbid. But she led the charge, right? She got all these devices, and she'd take him in the bathroom. I don't know what she was like doing science. I don't know what was going on. When she would come out, and she'd be like, all right, Trey, I think I found it, the 3-day fertility window, but I can't be sure. So to be sure, we should be active 5 days before, the 3, and then the 5 after, just to be sure. And y'all, if you told little shelter Trey that one day he'd get to do it for 2 weeks straight with a woman as beautiful as my wife, I would have been so excited. Y'all, it was a living nightmare. I was like a quarter horse roped up in the bedroom. It was awful. I didn't know if I was married to Katie or DJ Khaled. Another one. I swear during one of these 2-week stints, I literally had COVID. I was like, should I go quarantine? She was like, put on a mask and lie down. I never thought this would be my reality in my life. I was just limping in the bedroom like, can we watch Netflix tonight, please? I'll watch it. I'll watch Virgin River. I'll watch it. She's like, there's no virgins on this river tonight. You better get your paddle out. Yeah, but it worked. Credit to her, it worked. There's no more shame when you become a parent. When you go through this like beautiful, grotesque event of childbirth, and there's just no more shame. Real quick, I don't even know if I would have told that joke a few years ago, but I don't care about anything anymore. Changes everything. No more shame. I remember like being newlyweds. We were first living together, and Katie would be doing something as simple as changing clothes, and she'd be like, "Stop! Don't look! Stop! Seriously, stop!" Not a week into parenthood, it's like, "All right, babe, I'm gonna change his diaper, then I'll come change yours." No more shame, just like that. I remember, breastfeeding early on. God forbid, early in breastfeeding, if we had to do it in public, we had to find a quiet corner. She would cover, I'd hold up a towel, excuse. I mean, it wasn't a couple months later. She was just like, he's hungry, pull over at this truck stop. What's up, man? You got a cigarette? I guess we're all filling up today, huh, pal? There's no more shame, and that's made us more intimate in other ways. It's brought us together, and you get nervous. I didn't know what I didn't know, and I didn't know how having a kid would affect our marriage, my life. I was insecure about how I could handle this, but so far so good. It's been ups and downs, but we've been an amazing team, and she's just been superwoman. It's blown me away. All that she does every hour, every day, and I get it. I mean, being a mom really is like the most important, hardest job out there. I really believe that. I'm being sincere. Thank you to the moms out there. Y'all just keep going, and because before she was a mom, there was definitely days where I was like, you could have done more, right? But I can't say that anymore. You guys just, something clicks, you become superhuman. And I've just been so proud of us and how we've come together on this mission of raising up our son, this project. And, you know, I say that because you know, projects with us in the past didn't always go so great. So, my wife and I have a couple home projects. We've got a TV to mount and a couple holes to patch. So I grab the drill and she grabs the measuring tape. But we're not even 5 minutes into our task. I think we might file for divorce. Holy crap, we're angry. This happens every time we try and do all our chores. I just really think the kitchen is clean. She says, no, we must disinfect it. I said, if you bring out the bleach, I swear I'm gonna take a drink. So we put it off to next week. The weekend has arrived and here we go again. But we lose it trying to install a baby's car seat. So I said, screw it, why don't you just call the fire department? She said, that makes sense, 'cause there's a flamer in front of me. Oh my gosh, that's mean. Why are we fighting? I always thought we made such a perfect team. I just don't think we need to power wash the stairs. You're the girl of my dreams, but right now being near you is my nightmare. So we gave up and I called my daddy. Thank you. Katie and I are opposites. You say you hear this, opposites attract. That's very true. With us, Katie, she's a very gentle, patient, soft-spoken. I do this for a living. You know, very different. She's a rule follower. Rule followers make some noise. They always obey. Always obey. No, Katie's a rule follower, people pleaser to a fault. Y'all know this person. You married to this person. Like, we can be in our own house. You know what I'm talking about? You can be in your own house, in your own living room. Katie walked up to me. She was like, is it okay if I sit next to you? I was like, yeah, what am I, your captor? Yes, sit down. Get that out of your system before we leave the house. Could you imagine we're out to eat? She's like, could I sit at the same table as you, sir? Like, yes, I promise I don't hit her. I promise, sit down. She's just like this. So pregnant Katie, extra rules, you know, because if you're pregnant, you got to eat a certain way, sleeps, you know, move a certain way. So every day she had a new rule for me, right? Every day she's like, Trey, be on guard. I cannot sit in a creek or eat burrata cheese. And, you know, I'm certainly not complaining, right? She's the one dealing with everything. I got the privilege of getting to see the love of my life, create life. Also, she had bigger squishies. But it was a roller coaster, right? Her hormones, she couldn't help this. She'd be too mean to me for sure, but she also was like too nice to me, or it would freak me out, you know? Like there's a time I walked in on her and she was just naked in the corner of her closet, crying. She looked like Schmeagol or something. I was like, babe, everything okay in here? Yeah. I was just thinking about how much I love you. And how there's a little you in my belly. and I'm gonna love him as much as I love you. I was like, shut up, you're freaking me out, shut up. Did you have some burrata cheese? What's happening? And all along the way, I would ask her this question. I got a kick out of this at her worst moments because, she's always said she wants numerous kids. So when she was going through it, I'd be like, you wanna do this whole process again? And no hesitation every time. She'd say, yes, absolutely, yes. And it blows my mind, y'all women will sign up for this time and time again. Thank God you do, right? Could you imagine if us men were responsible for creating life? We would have been extinct thousands of years ago. Thousands. I mean, 99% of us out of the gate, myself included, we wouldn't even sign up. We wouldn't. They'd be like, hey man, you want to get pregnant? You can't have beer or deli meat for 9 months. It's like, no. Why would I do that? Why? Or delivering a child? How long would it take us guys to give birth to a child, to deliver a human being? It already takes us an hour to deliver a Chipotle burrito. How long? My leg's asleep. So... But we started having children because Katie is a rule follower. She did all her research and she's like, Trey, we're in our 30s. Certain risks go up as you get older, and I want numerous kids. We should start having kids now. And it's kind of overwhelming to think we started having children not because we were really ready, but we're just running out of time. What I do for a living does not scream mature adult. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know if it's preparing me for life's tougher things. Like my whole life I've just goofed off. Class clown. My mom got called by every teacher I ever had. And my mother, she would take great solace in this. She would always would be like, oh yeah, oh here's Trey again, Mr. Funny Man, funny Trey, yeah, funny. But one of these days, Trey, you have to get a job, you have to report to a boss, you stop goofing off. I mean, that's gotta be annoying. I never thought I'd be doing this. I feel so blessed. I feel like I'm doing what I'm called to do. And my mom's supportive, don't get me wrong. I think she's a little ticked about it, but But for a living, I kind of tell everyone to grow up. Maybe I need to grow up. Maybe having a child makes you reflect on how you grew up. And we've done so much for Thomas in just a short year. I had no idea my parents did all that for me. I had amazing parents. They're about to celebrate 40 years of marriage. They're amazing, yes. I had kind of a classic upbringing. My mom stayed at home, my dad worked. My mom, way too nice, I could get away with anything. Dad, he could get like too intense. I always say if it was just me and my mom growing up, I would be in jail right now. And if it was just me and my father, he would be in jail. And I would be in a wheelchair. No, I know. I mean, some of y'all, I know you had a dad like that. Like, he never crossed the line, but he got pretty close. Like, there's a handful of times I set my dad off. I just make him so mad, he'd just scream out the first punishment that came to the top of his head, storm off. About 20 minutes later, he'd walk back out. All right, your mother and I discussed it. We determined you actually do not have to carry me on your back to my job every day, as previously shouted. They were a great happy medium, the two of them, and I got my humor from them. They were always messing with each other, poking fun at us. It was a great atmosphere. And my mom, she was the easy target, my poor mother. Just this last Thanksgiving, she always makes the turkey. I was giving her a hard time. I'm really laying into her. I'm like, Mom, you overdo the turkey. I gotta be honest, we have tools now. We can check when it's perfectly cooked, take it out. Because I don't know about y'all, Utah. I grew up in a household where they were like, we're pretty sure the meat's done. Let's cook it another 4 hours. I grew up dunking my chicken in water, just trying to get... I looked like Joey Chestnut on the 4th of July. Oh. It was like, pass the A1. Like, you don't need the flavor. I need the lubricant. We love to roast each other. I was roasting my mom, but you know, my mom, the thing about her, she'll roast you right back. And she's visiting my house soon. And it's very scary when your boomer mom comes to visit your situation. They always have thoughts. They do. Don't they? My mom is coming to town. She's gonna judge me up and down, but don't misunderstand, she won't lecture me. She's gonna do it passive aggressively with just a look, a disappointing look. Reminds me of my childhood, gotta get her back real good. So I changed her password on Facebook. Thank you. She's like, you know what, Trey? I'm just doing what my mom taught me to do. Cooking the turkey, whatever. I didn't grow up with all these phones, this and that. All I know is what my mom taught me. And it kind of occurred to me when we were 8 months pregnant, we got thrown a million links, podcasts, YouTube videos, you name it, to prepare us. And it's kind of amazing any of our parents did as well as they did raising us, considering they apparently just winged it. I think my parents' philosophy was just like, let's coach his little league teams and hit them. I think. But no, I know my dad loved me. You know, I think a lot of my generation, we like to blame our dads for their problems, blame your dad. You know, my father didn't convey to me he loved me enough, so I have nervous poops to this day. It's like, well, did your father ever show you he loved you with his actions? It's like, well, he worked every day for 45 years with no sick days, but I never got a poem. Maybe he loved you, maybe. And I know my father loved me, but he was old school, right? He did, you know, wipe some dirt on a kid, real men don't cry, be tough, be a man, all that good stuff. But as the years have gone on, my father, he's gotten more and more sensitive, very emotional. I feel like that happens with age. Now, every time I see my father, I leave him. I'm like, all right, bye, Dad, love you. I'll talk to you later. He's like, all right, I love you so much, son. Well, I hope you know how proud I am of you. I was like, well, it's too late now. It's too... You used to whoop me for crying, so I'm a little confused. Happens with age, right? My grandma, oh, my grandmother, she would give me the biggest bear hug, sloppy kiss on the cheek, and I swear, year after year, her kisses were inching closer and closer. Until I'm pretty sure one year our tongues touched a little bit. And teenage Trey thought he impregnated his Gam Gam. That's what you taught me. I remember kids on the basketball team and be like, you ever done it before? I was like, yeah, with my Grammy, I think. God rest her soul. She left us in 2020. 2020, she passed. Not of COVID. I feel like you have to say that. Don't worry, she did not believe in it. She did not. But she had a great sense of humor. My whole family, our get-togethers were so much fun, so much joking around, but I don't know if we did a great job talking about the hard stuff, the feelings. And my defense mechanism is humor, like so many of us. I'm the worst. But sometimes life hits you with moments that you just can't joke your way out of, right? Like when our son was born, it was good. We went home. They have you right back for like a 4-day-old checkup. So the doctor, you know, he's checking him out, and he kind of looked at us concerned. He's like, why don't you come back over the weekend? We'll double check. So we're back, and, you know, of course, we're nervous, and we watch the doctor set our boy on one weight scale, and then sets Thomas on another scale and looks at us very serious. And it's like, your son has lost half his body weight in a week. You need to rush to the ER immediately. And Katie falls apart, right? I've never seen her like this. And I'm hit with this weight of the world moment that I have to figure out how to deal with. I couldn't joke my way out of it, right? I wasn't like, oh, babe, you should get on whatever diet he's on. I did not say that. I didn't even think of that till 20 minutes later. But it was this kind of like immediate, like, welcome to your new life experience. He's days old, and I need to show up for my son, my wife. Am I ready? And he's fine now, thank God. But as we were sitting there, my son has IVs and monitors all over his tiny body. I just feel like I had to look at things, and like every day I just pick apart the flaws of everything and everyone around me. And that night I felt like I had no choice but to look at my own flaws. And do I make fun of everyone out of like a good place? Is there something wrong with me? Or are 99% of people just that annoying? It's probably a little of both. Probably a little. This is a song I wrote that means very much to me. It's called Grow Up. These things give me issues in this 21st century. Will I ever not be irritated, able to find some peace? These first world problems got me weak, because everyone around me annoys me endlessly. People are so annoying. What is wrong with them? Y'all without kids, shut your face. Enough white people at eats. Your good side is not a thing, you just take the photo. Screw your thank you notes, everything's so easy to roast. If you don't like my videos, I bet your mama does. Grow up, yeah. These things give me issues in this 21st century. Will I ever not be irritated, able to find some peace? These first world problems got me weak. But what if my first problem is I think the world revolves around me? People are so annoying. What is wrong with me? Maybe I'm the one to blame. I got these insecurities. Am I really ready to raise a freaking human being? I'm just trying to grow. Maybe not everything's a joke, but I just made a freaking joke about smooching my grandma. Gross. These things give me issues in this 21st century. Now this annoyed boy is a father finally, holding my son. It's overwhelming. How do I teach him to grow up when there's so much growing up to do in me? People are so annoying. I can't help it, it's what I believe. I named my kid a normal name. Some of y'all's kids gonna get bullied. Hope my son don't feel the same when he goes to public school. Homeschoolers suck, he's getting so old. All these things I'm supposed to know, like showing my son the way to go while watching. Y'all without kids, shut your face. I got these insecurities. Hope my son don't feel the same. Whoa,
while watching him grow up. These things give me issues in this 21st century. Maybe this annoyed boy can become a man finally. All I know with certainty, I'm gonna teach my son to call them thanks squishies. Thank you so much, Salt Lake. Thank you. I love you, Utah. Get home safe. God bless y'all. Good night.